What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joseph, and in today's video I'll be going over why you should be getting the Discover It cashback credit card if you're looking to build your credit. Now, this was actually the first credit card I got and I enjoy using it, so I'll go more into depth later on in this video about the benefits of having this card and also the benefits of having a good credit score. If you're going to enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more investing content like this. Also, if you want to be a part of a free Discord community where you can ask me questions about anything, make sure to check out the Discord channel in the description down below. Now, the one thing that I liked about the whole process for getting this card was that it was very easy and the application only took me a few minutes. And shortly after completing the application, I actually got approved for the card. So don't be afraid to apply for this credit card. Discover It makes it very easy to understand and to fill out the application. And as I said before, it only takes a few minutes. And now, getting more into depth about the details for this card, the annual fee is $0, which is very good because when you're starting out and you're looking to build your credit, why pay a credit card company annual fees for just building your credit? So that's one reason why you should be getting this card. It doesn't cost you a dime to own. And that's what I like about the Discover It credit card. And then getting more into the benefits of this card. With this card, you'll earn 1% cash back on all of your purchases and then 5% cash back depending on the place you're using it and also depending on the month. So for example, between the months of April and June, you would earn 5% cash back when you use the Discover It card at gas stations and wholesale clubs. But then from July to September, you'll receive 5% cash back when you use it at restaurants and for PayPal. So that's one thing that I really like about this card. You're pretty much getting everything at a discount. Who doesn't like a 1% discount off everything that they spend? So that's one benefit to having the card. Also, if you have multiple credit cards, you can tailor to the Discover It credit card depending on the month it is so that you earn that 5% cash back. Another thing that's great about this card is that Discover It gives you an unlimited dollar for dollar cash back on all of the cash that you've earned throughout the first year. So for example, let's say we spent $5,000 in our first year of using this card and we received 1% cash back on that $5,000. That is $50 Discover It gives to us, but because it's in our first year, they're actually going to double that and we would receive $100 instead of $50. So that's the one thing about using this card within your first year. They're going to double all of the cash back that you've earned. And then getting into the APR for this card, it is 0% for the first 14 months when you use this card. That means they won't charge you any interest on any of the purchases you use with this card when you leave a balance. Now, after the 14 months, the APR can be anywhere from 12 to 23%. I highly recommend don't carrying a balance so that you don't even get charged in interest, but as I said before, Discover It doesn't charge you any interest for the first 14 months, which is very cool. And then another option Discover It has is the student cashback credit card. So with this card, if you're a student and you're earning good grades, they're actually going to give you a $20 credit statement every school year for up to 5 years when you have a GPA of 3.0 or above. So if you're a student, definitely look into getting that student cashback credit card. That's $100 throughout the 5 years that you could be missing on. So that is a great recommendation if you are a student. So those are the main things that I like about this card. As I said before, it doesn't cost you a dime to own. And another thing I want to mention is that Discover It does a great job of giving you a lot of design options when you go to pick out your card. As you can see, I got the one with the beach and palm trees. I live in Florida, so this card looks the best to me. And as you can see on the screen as well, they have many different options to pick from. So that is also something that's cool about this card. And then also, if you're looking to sign up for this card, you can use my referral link in the description down below and we'll both get $50 credit statement. So definitely use the referral if you're looking to get this card. It's free $50 that you are leaving on the table if you don't. Now, getting into the benefits for having a good credit score, the first thing I want to mention is that when you have a good credit score, it's going to save you a lot of money on any future loans you plan on getting. When a lender looks at your credit score, the higher you have, typically the lower your interest rate would be. Therefore, it'll save you money in the long term. So definitely start building your credit score from early on. It does take time to build up. And the sooner you do that, any loans you plan on getting in the future will save you money because you have a good score. The next thing that's good for having a good credit is that you will more than likely get approved for more loans and at higher limits. So for example, if you didn't have any credit or your credit score was low, typically you're not going to get approved for a lot of loans and you're going to be limited to your options. So having a high credit score will open up as many options as possible so that you can get a loan on whatever you need, whether it be a car or even a mortgage if you're looking to have an investment property. Also, if you're looking to rent a house or lease an apartment, the landlords also look at your credit score because it shows that you have a good history of making on-time payments. So even if you're looking to lease an apartment, definitely look to build your credit score as soon as possible because those would give you the most options for where you can lease an apartment as well or even rent a house. And then last but not least, having a good credit score is a slight flex because not everyone can walk around and say that they have an 800 credit score. So the sooner you start, the sooner you can get to an 800 credit score and start flexing on your friends. And then ideally, you want to have a credit score of about 670 or above. When you're right at 670, that shows that you have a good credit score. And then anything above that starts to reach good to great credit score range. So definitely, as I said before, start early on so that you can start building up to that credit score as soon as possible. And then now the last topic for this video is what goes into having a good credit score. Now, the main thing that goes into having a good credit score is your on-time payment history. This takes up 35% of your total score. So this is the one that you mainly want to focus on, as well as the second one that I'm going to give you. So when you have an on-time payment history, it shows that you're making consistent payments without carrying on a balance. So once you start using your credit card, definitely set reminders if you need them and make sure that you're paying off your credit card in full before the end of each cycle. I highly recommend not carrying a balance because after a while, you'll also start to accrue interest on that. So as I said before, pay off your balance every cycle in full so that you can avoid paying interest and then also having the on-time payment history. The next thing that goes into building your credit score is your credit utilization. This takes up 30% of your total score. So when I talk about credit utilization, you don't want to use so much of your total credit limit because then you're seen as more risk to lenders. Ideally, you want to stay under 30% credit utilization. And for example, let's say Discover gives you an $1,000 credit card limit. That means you don't want to use more than $300 in a given cycle on your credit card. Anything over that starts to become bad because it shows lenders that you're in a dire need for money, and that obviously takes on more risk for them. So definitely don't use more than 30% within a given cycle of your credit card. And then doing these two things over time will naturally increase your credit score because the third thing that goes into that score is the length of your credit history, and that takes up 15% of your total score. So those are the two main things you want to focus on, is making on-time payment histories and then using a small percentage of your total credit that is given to you. So if any of you are looking to start building your credit, I highly recommend the Discover Cashback credit card and then also the student one if you are a college student as well, because doing this early on will set you up for better deals on any loans you plan on getting. And for example, I look to invest in real estate in the near future, so that's why I got this credit card as soon as I turned 18 so that I can start building my credit. If you learned anything from this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I upload. Also, don't forget the referral link that is in the description down below so that we both can get $50 credit statement. See you in the next one.